Yay, we're live!
Except no one's on yet. We'll just wait a minute till some friends join us.
Mate, we'll just pretend like the world is watching. There we go.
Hey, Stace.
Hey.
We might just hold on one.
I think we're good now.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
We're pretty excited. Tonight's the bathroom reveals, and it just brings back all those memories of when we were on the block and we did our main bathroom reveal, which was a really cool experience for us. And no doubt these guys have done an amazing job when they filmed this, given there was an international pandemic.
I've actually been getting quite emotional when I see the ads because, like, we know from experience how hard the block was, and then having the worldwide pandemic thrown in the mix and having to order all your materials and your tiles, everything all in 1 week. Oh, it just would have been so full on. And then also the parents having left their kids and worrying about whether they should be going back. Like, there's no rule book for how it was supposed to play out. So.
And we, when we did our block, we obviously didn't have any kids, so it's just the thought of being away from them, they're not at an arm's reach, and there's something as crazy as this going on in the world, it'd be, really sort of, terrifying for those parents in some ways, so pretty tough.
So who are we watching at the moment?
Righto, Shayna is giving her feedback on this bathroom. This is a really beautiful bathroom.
So these guys, Sarah and George, have had a pretty rough week. They've had a death in the family. They literally haven't been there all week, so it's been pretty tough for them. I might just turn it on so I can hear what Shayna's saying.
Mate, yeah. You always think you don't belong when you do, mate.
We've got everyone's saying no spoilers, but you're probably best off if you're not in our time zone, maybe clicking out.
You can watch it again later.
Yeah, we'll save it and you can watch this again later. We need a big sign on here that says tune out if you don't want to hear who the winner is.
I need to listen to what Scott's saying. Please, shush.
There is a level of sophistication in here that is really exceptional. In terms of the aesthetic itself, but also in the execution.
It has a calming presence and beautiful selections, and the way it combines together is beautiful.
Judges are currently giving their feedback. All is looking good. I think the scores will be pretty high this week.
I actually really like this bathroom.
They had a personal tragedy, a family tragedy. I can't even begin to imagine where their minds must have been this week.
As Neil reflected on top of everything else you had to deal with this week, how on earth could you deliver up this on a Sunday morning?
I think there's going to be some tears.
They're obviously incredibly strong people, and we all know you are. You have a master team working for them to deliver to this standard.
I'd be
Well
proud
done.
if I owned this home. I'd be proud if I created this bathroom.
If I was Sarah and George, I would be extremely proud of myself and my team, because this
Well done,
is
guys.
exceptional.
Thank you.
Mate, if you've ever tried to do a bathroom, any bathroom in any time frame, there is so many challenges, and to turn it around in a week is monumental as it is. And then, these guys have obviously had extra hurdles to jump over as well, with losing their nan and what was going on in the world. So credit to them. Well done, guys. You did really well.
Someone's just asked, does Scotty read out to you everything that we are hearing from the judges? He actually reads out more than what you would hear, but obviously it has to get edited down to fit the 1 hour. You'll see most of it though, but yeah, the judging's usually a little bit longer than what you see on the telly.
It's pretty fun, the judging though. Everyone's anticipation's high. Everyone's kind of like, are they going to get hammered? Remember when we got hammered by the judges? Those were the days.
Simon and Shannon just asked, did we cry while we were on the block? Kyle cried within like the first 48 hours being on the block.
After that, I
Remember
was
that?
rock solid. Got it out of my system early.
I told him that his dad would be proud and he just lost it. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Anyway, we've got like pages and pages of your questions here. And so we thought in the ad breaks we'd go through them. And while the judges are reading out their comments, we'd love to hear what you guys think, especially when it comes to scoring.
One thing I've noticed with the bathrooms, they look amazing, but I'm finding it hard to identify the period for that designated house.
I think that has definitely thrown a spanner in the works for these couples. I feel like a lot of them have come with plans in their head of how they're going to execute their home, and then having to work to a period has really thrown them. Which, I mean, we didn't have to work to a period, but...
You had a brief.
Yeah, we had a brief.
It's pretty hard to try and research a brand new brief when you're, right there and right in the thick of it. So it's, it's tricky.
But then again, like, the internet's just at your fingertips, and I feel like that's such a cool way to have your house stand out from how it's looking, from what you see all over social media at the moment.
So like inspiration, try and find inspiration.
Yeah, like if I had a 1910 house that I needed to draw inspo from, I'd like research what the 1910 houses and bathrooms look like, and then just pull out key things that I love, like a clawfoot bath. I was sort of hoping that I'd see a clawfoot bath or a modern take on that, but I don't think we're going to.
Even maybe even some cool artwork from that era to kind of throw you back there or something like that. Just have to be a few little pieces, hey?
There's so many questions coming through, I can't keep up. What do you think about the change in direction for the block houses as opposed to luxury type apartments?
That's a really, really good question. Personally, I love the fact that they've gone back to doing townhouses. I find it...
Houses.
Yeah, houses. I find it hard to sort of follow and get my head around when they're doing like a multi-story apartment, renovation. As monumental and as amazing as they are, I feel like personally, because I've worked on so many, cottages and period homes throughout my apprenticeship and things like that, I feel like I can resonate more with those homes. I can relate to them more.
Should we answer one of these questions quickly before the show comes back on?
Sure.
Sorry,
Kara, I have to cut you off there. Show's back on.
Oh, hang on. We'll get to these. We will get to these.
So yes, where's our couples?
Yeah, you know all the couples' names. We do have a couple of notes.
I'm a bit of a shocker with names.
One of the questions we had come through was, what's the single best thing to spend money on in the bathroom? And we both agreed that would probably be investing in quality tapware, because we feel like there are so many amazing, cost-effective, inexpensive tiles that you can create a statement, and having quality tapware from a build point of view will really make sure that your house withstands the test of time. But
can I just say one thing I really loved about Sarah and George's was that that soft pink colour tile. I thought that was really
Cute.
cool. Yeah, it's like my colour of the jumper that Kara's wearing. This is my jumper, by the way. She's taken it. Okay, so the judges are just giving some feedback.
on Daniel and Jay's room.
They look so happy when they walk into these bathrooms.
I love that through the looking glass.
All smiles.
Walking through a road door.
Into a jewelry
It's a very sophisticated bathroom. I like it.
There's lots of shiny surfaces, which is
Aren't they beautiful?
blingy. It's blingy, isn't it?
I feel like it's very Melbourne.
Much of it as I'm seeing here.
Black marble.
In a smaller bathroom,
I do really
Those
like
tiles, the black marble tiles are amazing. Marble look tiles.
So well.
They fit this period, they fit the wallpaper outside, they make perfect sense.
Awesome choice. The matte tile on the floor in here, it works so well.
But on the walls, they've gone with a gloss, which gives you that sexy, reflective.
It's a very luxurious looking bathroom.
Expense.
And the layout of the showers is very good with the glass.
There's going to be no splash here whatsoever, and they've got drainage.
I think
on
this
both
is actually my
ends,
favourite so
nothing's
far,
coming
to be
towards the
honest.
centre boards, draining
Even though it's not my personal style, I feel like they've hit the brief of their house.
Gives the softness that the
What is their brief?
We were talking about the
1930s.
These guys are 1930s.
like that, but then
So we're
the
starting to, so that Art Deco touch with those
How
tiles.
is that 1930s?
Look
What's
at the
not?
tiles. That Art Deco
They
touch.
didn't have fish
It's
scale.
a modern take.
Yeah, but how does it? What makes it 1930s?
What about the fish scale tiles?
Did they have fish
That-
scale tiles back then? That's
Or
my
it's the
question.
shape.
I'm
It's
asking.
the shape. I feel like he's
No, I
drilling
just
me.
want to. I just want to know. What says 1930s in that bathroom? The tiles.
Those tiles, straight away to me. That's like the perfect modern take on a 1930s. Anyway, let's see what the judges have to say.
All right, let's do it.
Volume of empty space. You literally could have added another metre to that vanity. When you're in your own master suite, with the opportunities to be able to spread your stuff around. I've got cosmetics for days. I like to spread it all in. This takes a lot of work.
Darren and his cosmetics.
Today was proving to be a very tough
We've all
day.
got them.
Someone's asking, is face level storage really that important? I feel like it totally depends on how much storage is in the rest of the bathroom. So we personally don't have face level storage because I feel like all the storage that we have is in our vanity.
Do you know what? You can have all the storage in the world. The ladies are still going to fill it up full of makeup, full of their moisturiser, full of their spray tan in a can. Mate, I just wanted one drawer, and my one drawer out of 4 has now, I've got a quarter of that drawer. The rest is just full of stuff. So, mate, get space storage on there.
He acts like he doesn't use any of it, but he does. You use all that moisturiser. He gets my eye cream.
Mate, got to look after these crow's feet.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
this
the
is
curved
the curved
wall.
bathroom.
This is going to be cool.
Anyone who's followed our last build would know that we've been loving the curves. Might just turn the sound back on.
This bath that they've got in here, this black egg-looking bath, reminds me of the bath that we put in our main bathroom at our block. It's really cool, similar style, similar shape.
So they spent 24,000 on this, which is less than some of the others, I think. Can we turn the sound on? See, here is where I would have liked to see a cloth bath, personally.
I do really like that fluted glass. That's pretty cool. And
And the simplicity of the white tiles.
those white finger tiles are a really nice texture, and especially if you want to try and curve tiles around that radius, they will just run perfectly around it. As you can imagine, you can't bend a long flat tile, so you need to have those mosaics, and they work perfectly.
Someone just said, Circle Skylight, are you guys a fan? From what I've seen, the glimpses I've seen so far, I do like it. What do you think?
I think it's amazing. I think it's a great trick of the eye, because outwardly, I believe that's a square Velux window, but then they've framed it all up on the inside with a circle underneath, so it still operates and functions really well like the Velux skylights do, especially in a bathroom. If they're opening, they can suck out, all the steam. But the fact that, framed up with a circle around it is really innovative. I think it's cool. Very cool.
I'm in
Very
an ad break,
architectural.
so I thought we would jump to some of your questions. Unless there's some up here. Where do we start?
Oh yeah, here's one. Any tips for plaster, render, lime wash finishes? We talking about in the bathrooms there?
I think that's a general question.
We'll come back to the general questions. We'll keep it in the wet areas for now. Thanks, guys.
Need a full bathroom reno but stuck in lockdown and can't go out looking for products. Any suggestions? Well,
Yes, use your time wisely because you can plan so much now. You can scale up some drawings and try and work to your layout. Now,
but
when
Beaumont's actually will deliver samples to you. And
they're not just any samples though, they are full-size samples so that when you order them you get a real grasp of what the tile actually looks and feels like, which is different to getting like a little penny size.
I think
sample.
the home renovation sphere at the moment is booming because people are at home and they're either realising that they need to upgrade their home or they're not going on holidays, so they're spending the money on their home. So yeah, that tile service, we've got a video of that on our IGTV about what you receive, so yeah, feel free to look at that.
But I think that's a really good question. So if you've got the time and you're struggling to actually get the work done and you're not ready for that stage, you should try and do as much planning as you can. So like Kara said, Beaumont Tiles are doing full bathroom packages where they will supply all the tiles, tapware, bath, toilets and everything, all for a set price. And it's just up to you to work out your quantities and the layout. So we've done a fair few bathroom renovations and some of those, the layout is really functional and you don't have to go changing really anything. It's just basically strip what's there. But if you do want to change the layout, obviously you're going to need to rerun drainage for your water and your toilet and everything like that. And obviously there's more costs involved with that. But
So many questions coming. Do you think bathrooms should be tiled floor to ceiling?
depends
No,
how high the ceilings are.
No,
so
but
not
we often
necessarily.
don't tile all the way up. I think it's a nice opportunity to, add another texture if the budget's tighter, or even if it's not tight. Thoughts on terrazzo? I really love terrazzo. The first room, I loved their terrazzo that they used on the floor and the wall, and I was thinking instead of the white tile, I'd probably just do all the terrazzo.
I want to see what these judges think of the Skylight. Oh,
Neil said,
mate, all I can see is smiles so far.
walk into a room and say, wow,
They are loving it.
And that's Skylight.
This is pretty special.
this is heaven.
They're liking it.
They love it. I've got to say, I think we do some pretty amazing bathrooms, but I've never seen a bathroom like that on the block.
So pretty. I'm just blown away how beautiful it is.
Oh, damn. And have a look at the bath.
It's beautiful.
I mean, I would not have expected a black bath.
But she loves it.
Oh, good, yes.
Darren agrees.
It is the one.
What do you guys think of the black bath?
That I think is absolutely necessary.
Yes, need it.
Luke and Jasmine blew us away last week.
Adds a bit of drama to that room, doesn't it? I wonder how like a soft grey one would have felt though. Would it be the same?
This is exceptional.
Or do you want that big
Given us
standout?
a very, very modern bathroom, but I think they have remained faithful to those period cues that they introduced last week.
I can't remember standing in a bathroom as beautiful as this in week 4 of the block.
Man,
Wow.
Neil did have one issue looking at the layout of the vanity and the shower
oh,
screen.
issue.
Whoever uses this basin is going to be really compromised because you are going to be forever knocking the shower screen.
Oh, that's a shame because they had so much room on the other side. It
It's not
looks.
happening. That's a functionality issue.
Yeah.
Darren thinks the whole vanity probably could have gone 50 mil to the left.
Yeah, we agree, yeah.
Did you know that? Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Shona also noticed that the toilet roll holder isn't placed functionally.
Oh yeah, you have to do a reach around the toilet roll holders at the back.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not that elegant
No.
to have to hold your blue roll.
Is that really a big issue though? I don't
It's
know.
not a big issue. I hold on to the loo roll all the time. And I
Guys.
scrunch, don't fold it,
You guys
scrunch
wanted
it.
to know that, didn't you?
From a trades point of view, from a design point of view, and from, you know, pretty much every inclusion point of view, if we look at this ceiling and the way that
Man, it looks so amazing, but now that they've mentioned how close that glass is,
You can't unsee
I can't unsee it. I'm like, oh, it just looks like it's so hard up against it.
it. Yeah, I do love that fluted glass though.
The fluted glass looks amazing. So that would be a 1910 feature, wouldn't it? Very nice.
Everyone's loving the shower screen.
Mm.
Someone's saying, hate the black bath, would be so dusty and is too masculine and harsh in this otherwise beautiful bathroom.
I have to disagree with that.
Yeah, I feel like it gives it a little bit of like oomph. Otherwise it would be too pretty for me. But I just feel like these guys have got the 1910 house. It would be the perfect opportunity to have that claw foot or that like more traditional bath. A modern take on a traditional bath.
Mm.
Whereas that's gone like full modern. What is he saying? I can't
And
hear it.
working in the toughest conditions too. Yeah. Right, that's it.
Oh, celebration kiss. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah, I'm just wrapped with that.
Yeah, that bathroom, that's our heart and soul in there. And that's what we've actually dreamed of making that bathroom. To actually, the money and the trades and the team to put that together. Shout out to all my boys.
Oh, it's Luke and Jasmine.
Yeah, someone said, I don't think the judges are focusing as much on the period detail this week. This bathroom's special, but I don't think there is much 1910. I guess the simplicity of the tiles sort of lends itself to the 1910s a little bit. You know, like everything was a little bit more simplistic in its design.
Fluted glass, but I think they just like wowed the judges so much with, you know, the fact that they've done a curved ceiling, curved skylight, curved wall in the wet area, some great design features there, and from what I could see, the tiling looked amazing. The tilers have obviously done a really, really good job, because I don't know if you noticed, but those details where those finger tiles line up with the niche and there's no cut tile, it's all worked out to full tiles. Just shows that there's been really good tradesmen working in that bathroom, and I think that shows, and that'll definitely pay dividends on auction day. That's my feedback.
That's the builder's feedback. How long does it take from the end of filming to release on the block? I think that's different for every season.
3 months.
Well, we
Roughly.
finished filming one day and the block aired the next day for us. There was no delay, but I think these guys might have had a delay, so it's different for every season. Where's the bookshelf from behind you? That's from Globe West. We are currently doing a bathroom reno. We are going with a 200 by 200 decorative tile on the floor and in the shower niche, going with 300 by 600 white tiles on wall, but wondering if the wall tile is too big. No, that'll look great, I reckon. I think let the floor be the feature. What's your favourite colour combo in a bathroom at the moment? I think that for me personally, I'm loving all the earthy, natural sandy tones. Actually, I was in Beaumont the other day and they had a new tile that I would have loved to use on this house. I can't remember what it's called, but maybe I'll put it up tomorrow for you guys. But it looked like crushed shells, but in a really simple, not too busy manner.
Like a terrazzo?
No, it wasn't like
toned
terrazzo.
back.
No. Sort of like the inside of a shell. Anyone?
Oh, was it in the large format one? It was like a 1200 by 1200.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
So one thing about tiles these days, like when I, a few years ago, like, your big tiles were maybe 1200 by 600. Like they were the big guys. And now they're doing like 1200 by 1200s. The slab tiles obviously coming in like, what are they? 2.4 by 800. So, we're getting some, amazing tiles coming through these days, which you can really, get creative with in those bathrooms. It's pretty cool. It's cool to see, and especially
and
the
from
textures.
a family point of view, like, I mean, I'm all for feature tiles. I love them, but the flip side is those big slab tiles means less grout, which means less cleaning. Someone just sent me through a message. That tile that I was talking about is called rock salt.
So
and it's
jump
beautiful.
on it. Google Beaumont tiles rock salt.
It came out like just after I'd finished this build. Otherwise, it just means we're gonna have to do it again. How do you feel
Mate,
about
I'm
that?
hanging up the nail bag. I'm retired. No, I don't think I could ever retire.
How do you balance reno life and having little kids?
We balance. Some days you're like this, some days you're going like this.
At Toowoomba Reno, how far up the wall did you go with the subway tile? I can't remember.
1200, we went up to 1200 and then we did V-joint above that because I think it's nice to have a bit of a breakup of texture where you can as well.
And I was going to say something about... Oh, yeah, that bathroom of Toowoomba is so popular still, I think 5 years on. And that's a perfect example of lots of different textures working together. I used 3 different tiles in that bathroom plus the wall panels and a colour on the wall panels. But everything sort of worked together tonally so it wasn't too busy. So I think like last week or a few weeks ago, one of the couples got slammed for using too many tiles, but I think it wasn't the fact that they used too many different tiles, it was just the type of tiles they were using or the colours. We're back on.
Oh, the switcheroo. They're not switching it. Man, one of the number one questions we get asked is, I got asked this today actually. Was the block hard? Was the block hard? Was it as hard as what they make it out to be?
I think we get asked that every day.
And it's like, mate, if you knew how hard we actually had it on there, it'd blow your socks off. It's tough going, and especially bathroom weeks.
Having said that, we didn't have kids when we did the block, so we literally just immersed ourselves in that bubble. I can't imagine having to like call your kids at night and talk to them. I wasn't really that emotional on our block until the very end when I missed my family, but I reckon if I went on it now with kids, I'd like be a blubbering mess.
You'd cry heaps.
That's what kids do to you.
Or do you reckon, I know who would be good to ask this question, the twins. They had kids when they did their blocks, and did you guys like forget that you had kids sometimes? I reckon. So this is the pink bathroom.
So
It's
turn
very
the sound on for a sec.
vibrant.
You had a separate entrance altogether into the walking road.
What they've done very well is listen.
This is Jimmy and Tam.
Those pink tiles are pretty cool, if that's your thing.
It's a fun bathroom. It looks really fun, doesn't it?
And that has come because of the size of the floor space they allocated to this bathroom.
And it obviously feels smaller than the others.
Looks like there's been a knock-on effect from the way they've decided to run their layout. So, Jimmy and Tam last week had a small ensuite, walk-in robe, and they've ate into some of their space in the main bathroom, I think, and looks
No,
like...
they've just they just showed earlier that they've moved their wall of their walk-in robe, so their walk-in robe's going to be bigger.
Yeah, so that's what's happened. They've moved the wall of their walk-in robe to be bigger, but they've taken space away from this bathroom, and it looks like the judges are just deliberating on that. So, you know what it's like, sometimes these judges, they get a bee in their bonnet and they can't let it go. This was talking about last week still.
Move in terms of creating a consistent feel and a coherent palette, and they put these beautiful concrete basins in.
I actually love this space. Some beautiful and impactful tiles.
In some really interesting colours, but they're not expensive.
That is very smart.
The one thing that I would mention is that I think the choice of light there, the little sconce, is a bit disappointing. I'd have liked to have seen something with a bit of brass or something that's just a bit bigger.
That got shade of thinking too.
How's everyone going?
Lighting over
Everyone
I
good?
feel like this is the perfect era for these guys. They're
downlight in the centre here.
I feel like this is an extension of Tam's personality. She's like, you know, very like a bubbly person, a vibrant person, and you know, she's just gone wild in this bathroom.
Apart from that,
Very cool, very cool.
This bathroom still tells me that Jimmy and Tam know exactly how to build a space that makes your heart sing, makes you happy.
this is a bathroom that really feels on breath. Neil summed up by wondering whether it was a bathroom.
It is a bathroom that makes you smile, isn't it?
In Aaron's print. Would that woman be happy with this bathroom?
I think that for Jimmy and Tam, that must be like their control, because I'm envisaging that woman as the woman who could potentially have lived in this house, and they're going to use her. For
One
every
thing
single
that I'm
thing.
not loving is just where those pink tiles finish like halfway through that window. But I don't know what you do because I wouldn't want to just like stop the pink tiles in the corner.
All of the judges feel privileged to have been at the block today.
Can you believe all these divine bathrooms that have just put such a huge smile on our faces this whole time?
I can't remember ever on the block.
Like what the judges said
Consistent.
about this bathroom has like got such a big impact, and I love that it does. But like they said, they haven't like gone overboard with their tile choices. They're like a relatively well-priced tile, and they've just used them in a way, and they've been creative, and they've created this like amazing, you know, bathroom.
What else are they saying?
Okay, scores, let's go.
Score time.
Here we go, Darren Palmer.
All right, who does everyone think's going to win? Hang on, we've got a bit of time to talk about that.
Oh, this is when the nail biters come out.
How do you guys balance what you love with what will date? I always come back to like, what's your goals for your home? Is this the home you're going to stay in for the next 10, 15, 20 years? And in that case, I would just go with what you love. But if it's a house you're going to sell in a year or two, then you probably do need to be a little bit more mindful of your market.
See, I think like we've sort of struggled in the fact that, you know, when it comes to picking finishes, because I believe people see quality, and if you know, are doing it for a flip, you'll attract the buyer who wants to buy a quality home, not something that somebody's, you know, just basically done a rush job on. So there's two ways to look at it. Like, you can't obviously go expensive and splurge everywhere, but I think it's if you are thinking of doing it as like an investment or a flip, I think if you do go quality, you can't go wrong.
The Renault Life, the pink would be so polarising in a market. You either love it or hate it. I'd just have to consider potential buyers. I have to agree with that. But I guess on the block, it's that fine line as well between taking the risk to win rooms. I really, personally, that the pink tile's not my thing, but the green tiles, which could be equally as polarising, I love. So it works either way, and I guess on the block especially, you don't want to create a home that's like just bland. You want to create a home that your buyer walks into and they have to have, to the point where they will battle at auction day.
So yeah, I think that pink bathroom is going to be polarising, because if this was me and we were deciding between a couple of houses and it come down to the bathrooms, I probably would want a different bathroom that doesn't have pink splurged all the way through it.
Which one would you want?
I think I would personally pick the curved wall one.
See, I love those green tiles in the first
Or
bathroom.
the green, yes.
But then I don't love their bathroom from the previous week.
But that softer pink from Sarah and George, I could handle that. That sort of toned down a little bit.
Okay, everyone's saying Luke and Jasmine, Luke and Jasmine. Do you stay in contact with fellow block contestants? Yes, pretty much everyone. Got some good friends. Love you all if you're watching. Yeah, everyone's saying Luke and Jasmine for the win. This guy really wants Kyal to do push-ups for some reason. True, 82.
I would agree, but 50 push-ups would be nice. Mate, I've had a shower, I don't want to get all sweaty.
Do you think that each other's house staying?
Should we take them for a quick tour to our bathroom?
Shannon's saying, did Kyal surf this morning?
Yes, I surfed, but it wasn't until about mid-morning. Got down to Treachery. It was really good. Where did you surf, Shannon? I tried to call you brother
All right,
Simon,
we can talk about this another time.
but he didn't answer my call.
Let's go to one of your questions, guys. All right. What are 3 things you find essential to great bathroom design, besides a shower and a toilet?
First things first, layout. Got to get the layout right.
Yeah, but can you expand on that?
Not really. No, I can. So you want your bathroom to function. You want to think about things. You want to know exactly where you're going to get your natural light source from. And you want to know where you want your hero to sit. Do you want your bath to be under the window? You know, your wall hung vanity, where's that going to go? So you just have to think about where you're going to place everything. Shower, bath, vanity. Is your toilet going to be there?
Yeah, when we're thinking about a layout for a bathroom, we always think, okay, what is the first thing your eyes going to be drawn to when you walk into that room, and try and, you know, put a bit of energy into that. So that first impression really does count.
Hide the dunny away if you can.
Yeah, try and put the dunny sort of behind eyes view. What else is essential to a great bathroom design? The tile choice, I think. I'm really not a fan of like the one wall feature tile. I would always suggest that you at least do 2 walls. So for that green feature tile, for example, I would try and wrap it around 2 walls, because I just feel like it always makes a room feel bigger. That's me personally.
Yeah, I think it just depends on, you know, what else you've got in there as a feature. If just the tiled wall or floor is going to be your feature.
Would you choose separate toilet or combine with bathroom to make a bigger bathroom? Well, in our main bathroom here, we've chosen to put the toilet in the bathroom, but we've sort of separated the toilet with an actual wall.
I'm of the belief that if the opportunity lends itself to having the toilet separate, I think you should take that opportunity. But if not, it's definitely not a deal breaker to have the toilet in the bathroom.
Depends as well, like here, this is our main bathroom that the kids will eventually all use, or if visitors are staying, they would use that one, but we've got a powder room at the front, so I feel like it's not as much of an issue. What else?
I'll take you guys for a tour soon. I'll show you our bathroom and
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
show you
I
our
better
toilet.
I feel like I need to check that it's clean.
I've cleaned it.
Oh, good. All right. My bet is on Luke and Jasmine. What do you reckon? So Jimmy and Tam have a bonus point.
I want to go against the grain. I think I want to go for Sarah and George. I really liked theirs.
I actually really liked these guys too.
Who's these guys?
Sarah and George. their bathroom, I liked the pink, the white, the black. And I thought their layout, I feel like they were the only ones that didn't use a screen. Oh, they did use screen, but like to hide their toilet, they've used an actual wall, which I love.
That's one thing we've been doing in our bathrooms a lot lately is instead of having a glass shower screen, doing like a blade wall and tiling that. It's less grout to see. The bathrooms are already, you know, such a great size that, you know, it doesn't feel like you're closing them off. And it just sort of feels a bit more substantial. So we don't actually have a shower screen in this house, which is, I like that.
We do in the studio though. Okay, who is it?
Oh, someone's got a 10. First 10.
Turn the sound on, I can't hear.
Right.
Second, here we are, baby, right at the top.
It's a good feeling.
With all my stuffers now.
That was freaking nerve-wracking.
It was crazy.
Nomi for the win.
He stood up proud.
He delivered.
Congratulations, Jimmy and Tam and Luke and Jasmine. You're going to be getting $5,000 each. I'll work this out later.
Okay.
But everybody did so fantastically well. Really high scores. 10 for George and Sarah as well.
Well done, Luke and Jasmine. Good on you guys. Great bathroom. Definitely one of the best bathrooms I've seen on the block.
It's weird. You
To
get
all
a
these
chance
guys,
to
they've
win,
done
but
great.
we did win.
I don't give a
Great job. Hopefully there's
It is.
it's good though. I think there's like a lot of inspiration for everybody. There's so many different bathrooms and different sort of styles. So I think like, you know, whether you like those pinks and you want a vibrant bathroom or you want something that's architectural, we've got some curved walls in there. You've got that really sophisticated one with all the gloss finishes, that gloss black marble look tile. It's really cool. Some cool stuff. Scores were tight.
I'm surprised about Jimmy and Tam getting that high, to be honest. I love their style overall, but I didn't love that bathroom.
Oh, did they come second?
They used their bonus points, so they tied with Luke and Jasmine.
Oh.
We're watching most of this with the sound off. Sorry, guys.
So they get 10 grand each? Sure, they
No,
can't
I think
split
they
five.
split it. Can you turn it back on again?
Tomorrow, you can update how this crazy world is going. See you later. Good night. Well done, everybody.
Everyone claps. Everyone
So this is the week where the block gets shut down, and I get so emotional every time I watch this ad because I really feel for them.
It was tough. I remember when we basically were moving out of our house at Tulloon and moving into here, and yeah, it went, the corona hit bad, and essential services only. And yeah, I felt like just, you know, the seat got ripped out of our pants, really. Like it was just, you know, the handbrakes went on. It was pretty bad.
Should you have a matte bath if you have matte basins? I would ideally try and match them, but I don't think it's that much of an issue, to be honest. I guess it also depends on your layout. Like, are they going to be like right next to each other or opposite? I feel like you could get away with it more if they're opposite. Like, as opposed to the vanity sitting next to the bath where they'd be like right next to each other.
Let's take these guys for a little tour of the bathroom.
Okay.
Would you guys like to see our bathroom?
I think everyone said yes.
Oh, did
Guys
that? Okay,
last time.
alright. Just gonna unclip you. Come on. That's up there.
Got my tea.
That's the kids' loft area up there. So they bounce around from there. And just before everyone goes asking me questions about how you get up there, this is how you get up there. It's an attic ladder. Okay, come on. Here, I'll go. I'll flip the camera around, and Kara can take us on a little tour.
Oh,
Let's go, babe.
You were the one that said you'd do this.
Your hair looks great. Oh, hang on. Let me fix that. Yes. Very nice. Wow. Big room reveal ready. Bing.
Is it light enough?
Bing. Yeah. It's nice and... Oh, you can see the... what's that? You can see that. That's alright. Cool, guys. Might turn that light on too. Oh, is that a bit better? There we go. So, toilet hidden away.
This is what we mean by the toilet hidden away.
So, excuse Kara's potty toilet.
We've got a 2-year-old who's started toilet training. Sort of.
Yep.
Alright, don't focus
Alright,
too much
sorry.
on that dunning brush.
Alright. So, hang on. We'll just show them. The ceilings are actually quite high in here. We've got... That's our shower area. It's real grainy. Can you turn the lights back on? That's the fan. There we go. Then, do you want to close that? Oh, bad cameraman shooting myself. There we go. So that's our vanity by Lachlan Furniture, and these slab tiles are they're like a travertine. Whoa, you're right.
Kiss toys?
So these are the 2.4 by 800 slab tiles, and
So these particular ones are actually discontinued, but there is a tile similar that Beaumont Tiles have been recommending to we actually get asked this daily. What would you recommend instead of these? And there is another option. So if you're interested, perhaps send us a DM and we'll get back to you tomorrow on what that is.
yeah, send Beaumont Tiles a DM. And one thing we love to incorporate into bathrooms is obviously natural light. Having the V-Luxes in there allows for that afternoon sun to come through. And one thing you might notice is this American oak beam that we've got runs across the top of our nib wall. As I said before, we don't like to use the shower screens, but that beam helps to anchor that wall and stop any deflection, because it's quite a solid wall. It's quite high.
Actually, I do
And
remember.
it looks very aesthetically pleasing.
Someone asked the dimensions of this wall. Do you remember what they are?
Yep, I remember what they are. So, this is a great little hob wall. It sort of helps frame up the bath. So I'm not doing a fantastic job. Did you put that face washer on the That's better.
This is real life, guys.
So that wall obviously looks really nice, frames up the bathroom, and it gives an opportunity for a different tile. The end of it's curved off. As you can see again, we've used the like a narrower format tile so that it can curve around the corner. And it's about it's a 150 wide hob wall for those who want to
And how
know.
high is that?
It's 600 high because those tiles are 300.
Really?
300, yeah, 2 3 to 6 last time I checked.
No, they're bigger than 3, I reckon. Anyway, we'll get back to
Let's get the tape measure out.
Alright.
Okay.
Should we
Cool,
answer a
guys.
couple more questions before we
Yep.
go?
Sure. A couple more questions. Spin you back around, guys. This is a good little tour. Set you back up. So now what we're going to do is talk about a current affair and what's been
Where'd you
going
get the
on.
stool from in the bathroom? That's from Globe West. Where's your jumper from, Kara?
It's from my wardrobe.
Where is your jumper from, Kyle?
From my wardrobe.
How long is your vanity?
That vanity is 2,200 long, so it's a big bertha.
And that's another reason why we didn't put face mount storage in, because I just felt like there was more. Like that's 2 of those drawers in there are empty. I know it'll be a different story once our kids are older and start using it, but I just felt like we already had enough storage, and sometimes like the more storage you have, the more you'll accumulate. So much easier to clean with less grout. Yes, the slab tiles are amazing for cleaning. What kind of taps did you go for? So they're from Beaumont Tiles, they're Phoenix taps, and we've used brushed nickel throughout the whole house because I love, I just feel like it's timeless.
I've got a question here from Gypsy Lane Living. Would love to know your overall review on your beautiful laundry tiles. Do you still love them?
Yes, I adore them. Yeah, they just make me happy. It's a perfect example with just going with what you love.
They got like a cool kind of earthy tones in them, don't they?
Yeah. Bit of colour. We've actually used them at our front door as well. And I love having the tiles at the front door. They're so robust. The pattern tile means you don't see as much dirt as you would in, say, like something like a timber floor. Oh, there's so many questions, guys. How does having an open shower go in winter? We're in Newcastle, so climate is the same. We've had an open shower for years, so I couldn't probably even tell you
How would
what
a
a closed,
non-open...
like having like a screen closed. It's fine
Goes
for us.
good well.
Well, 60 Minutes is on. There's some weird photos coming up.
Some weird Trump stuff going down.
Just on that shower thing, underfloor heating. So we used it first in Melbourne on our block, and we just were blown away with how warm it kept our apartment, especially the ground floor. We never actually used the heating in the apartment because once we turned the underfloor heating on, it just was this beautiful ambient heat, and we haven't done it in our renos personally for a couple of years, and then we have in this one, and amazing. Keeps the bathroom so warm. We set them on a timer so it's on by the time we get up in the morning, and this winter it's actually heated up like our walk-in robe as well, just that ambient heat coming out. So something to consider for you guys in Newcastle.
There's a Tyler's commented. Oh, that was the underfloor heating question, wasn't it? There you go, Pacific Coast Tiling.
What underfloor heating did you use? Hot wire.
Should we show
Did we
them
use
how
slab
good...
tiles on your floor?
Should we show them how good our splashbacks look?
We've got to do more tours at another date. I feel like there's too much to get through. We'll probably be on for another 10 minutes.
About 5 minutes.
Did you use slab tiles on your floor? So we used the same tile, but we used them in a, do you remember, 600 by 600 or 800 by 800?
The slab tiles in that main bathroom, they're 800 by 800. So they worked perfectly when you go up in size, up the wall, with the 2.4 by 800. So, you know, obviously you can use your 800s where they'll fit. Like example, in the toilet alcove area.
Can we see your laundry? We might do another live in there, just because I feel like there's so much to get through. And
We'll do a couple of little virtual tours, I think.
I love how you stick with what you love. How do you go when Kyle disagrees with you when you have your heart set on something? I just do it anyway. I've always said that is why you have to have a mood board, like a physical mood board printed out that you both can have a look at, and you can both put what you love on there, and then you can see how it's all working together, and It's pretty much my way of saying to Kyle, see, this is what you love and this is the rest of the house and it's not working, or how I convince him that something is working. One of my ideas is working with the rest of the house, so it's a great way to save your marriage when you're renovating.
All the husbands just go with flow. Just cruise.
Did you use heated floors throughout or only in the bathrooms? So in the main house, we've only done it in the bathrooms. And in the studio that we've built, we've done it throughout.
But that's only because in all the main living areas, kitchen, living, dining, we've got timber floors. But if we were to do tiles, I would have done the underfloor heating throughout the house.
And I really don't think it'll blow your mind how good the heating is.
Most of the Beaumont stores have a little tiled section where they've got the hot wire underfloor heating on. I'd recommend going and check it out, feel how warm it gets, see how it operates. It's a really good piece of equipment.
How long did the spiral staircase take?
Oh yeah, the spiral staircase, that took forever. It was a mission, but it was a creative mission. It took probably about 6 days total for the two of us from start to finish, and it was manufactured in Melbourne, and they send it up in a kit form, and then we basically assemble it, coat it in fiberglass and different methods, and then render it. But Enzi stairs are the ones who you want to go and check out if you want a spiral staircase.
Someone's just asked, so stuck on this wardrobe, more rail space, drawers or shelves. I'm going to do a walkthrough of my walk-in robe this week, I promise.
You have to pick all your clothes up off the floor
I know,
before
it's
you do
like
that.
a really good excuse to clean it. But I've been meaning to do it for I'm going to do it this week. Happy wife, happy life. Is this your forever home?
Yes.
Forever for the next 5 years.
5 years, mate. Me and the kids are staying here for a lot longer than that. Cool, guys.
My husband is a physio and wants to know if you still are. No, I'm not. Just this like a couple of months ago, I let my registration lapse because it's been 5 years since I've worked and it was getting too hard to maintain my CPD.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see all the comments, and we really appreciate all the feedback that we've got, and it was cool watching the block and sort of sharing our thoughts with you guys, and we look forward to doing another couple of tours soon.
We'll definitely do it again, and we'll take you through those extra spaces and answer more questions. And I'm sorry we didn't get through a lot of these questions tonight, but we'll definitely do more of these. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.